Hi Aquarius, this will be your video for the first part of January? Wow, July. Okay, a little ahead of myself. All right. Although that's very Aquarian. You guys are always ahead of everything, so that makes sense. Oh, excuse me. All right, ooh, water time, hang on. All right. Yeah, water, Aquarius, awesome Aquarius. Let's see. We're going to do this in two parts. We're going to do the first part as love and the second part as career. Okay. So first part, love, Aquarius. Hold on, more water. I kind of swallowed wrong, so I have that like little catch. All right. Love, highest information in the love, please, for Aquarius. Highest and clearest information for all Aquarius watching this video. And the highest information that they can use. Here's information. Love. Aquarius. There we go. Okay. Okay, all right, so let's see. All right, so we do have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I will warn of that. Ooh, yikes. Okay, all right, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so Aquarius, we have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So it looks like, you know, for this particular, let me just see if this is, yeah, okay. It looks like, you know, you're kind of taking some action. You want to build something. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is all about working and finessing and things like that. Finessing your craft, honing in on your skills and, you know, that sort of deal. So the Knight of Wands is about taking action in that sense. Sometimes in a love reading, the Knight of Wands is about kind of a player energy. So, I mean, there's a couple ways this could go. You know, it could be, Aquarius, that you are just like kind of not really focused on love right now, and it's like, you know, the Knight of Wands is kind of like about taking action, and since this is a work card, it could be like, you know, you're more concerned about like kind of building your workplace, honing your skills, like I said, you know, those types of things. Or if that's not it, then it's just kind of maybe, you know, this seems like a more like a single person's read where, you know, you're kind of just playing the field a little bit. Maybe there's somebody at work, you know, that you're interested in, or maybe you're just kind of thinking about, you know, structuring yourself a little bit more and not playing the field so much. You know, there's a lot of meanings this could be. So it's not super like heavy, you know, as far as its energy. Your obstacles though, and you have a really good outcome, by the way. You have the Empress card as your outcome, but your obstacles are the Four of Wands and the Ace of Swords. So it's sort of about a couple things. It's about confidence. And it's also about, you know, the Four of Wands could be, you know, typically in love readings and things, the Four of Wands represents like a marriage or a wedding, proposals. Sometimes it's buying a home together. It's like a very committing, you know, type of energy. And this is in your obstacles sector. So with the Ace of Swords too, it's about confidence also, and just truth, you know, the truth about things, and just kind of having a personal victory. All right. So this is in your like obstacle area. So there may be like, maybe somebody that you are into or something like that is, you know, possibly getting married. You just found out, or, you know, and that's sort of, you know, like you feel like you want to go to them and tell them, you know, with this honesty sword and say, no, you know, like what's the movie, you know, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'm thinking of the old, like, 50s movie, Simon and Garfunkel soundtrack, whatever, and he runs in and stops the wedding. I can't think of the name of it right now, but anyway. But, you know, that kind of vibe, it could be that. Or, you know, it just could be basically, you know, there's some sort of truth, you know, around, like, possibly moving in with someone, or, you know, taking things to the next level, something like that, that's in your obstacle section, okay? So your outcome is the Empress. So the Empress is really good card. It's about just expanding self, having plenty, so we're going to see who's coming towards you in love, because you do have the Seven of Swords at the bottom too, so we need to take a look at that. But the Empress is about just, feeling attractive, feeling, in your right place, all those types of good things. It's a very good energy, so I don't see anything too, like, negative here, but I don't necessarily see love here yet either. So, and with Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles also. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which is typically a kind of sneaking around kind of card. So it could be you doing that since it came out on your part, because we haven't even gotten to your other person's yet. So that could be, and then you have the Five of Pentacles. So that's kind of like leaving somebody out in the cold. So some of you could be, maybe, with this too, there's like this possibility of committing with somebody, and with this player type energy in the beginning here, maybe, the obstacle is the truth about like a situation, that maybe you were kind of had on the side, but now you're leaving that person out in the cold, that could be too. This could be somebody that you've known for a while. Usually the Six of Cups is like kind of like a somebody that keeps kind of coming in and out of your life kind of deal. And then you have the Ten of Wands. So this is like a burden that you need to lay down. It's like you need to like just, get it through in order to become the King of Wands and the Magician and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so yeah, I think that's what the story is here. Is that this, the Knight of Wands is not the King of Wands, so, and I think there's this truth about something that needs to come out, and it's, it's something that, it is not necessarily, cheating, not, for cross watchers, it doesn't have to be that they are cheating or something like that, it's or that you are. It could just be something that you're just sneaking around with, that you're not being upfront with, that you're not being, that type of energy. And, you're afraid that you'll be left out in the cold, or that, you're afraid to put this person out in the cold. That could be because, there is fondness here. There is like, love with this person with the Six of Cups. And it's a back and forth kind of thing that, has been there for a long time. But this is burdening. It's burdening to you, to have this. But once this burden, which is a 10, end of a cycle, is laid down, then you have the king of Wands. Now you're not the Knight of Wands. You're the King of Wands with the Queen of Wands and the Magician. And, Queen of Swords is like truth. You've got a lot of stuff going on here. So it seems like there's something that needs to be laid down in the truth sector that is in your obstacle. And it seems to revolve around something, of a commitment of some sort. Okay, so let's see what's coming towards you for love. Aquarius. What's coming towards Aquarius in love? Only the most awesome things, let's hope. Let's see. Coming towards Aquarius in love. Wow, I got a reversal. 2 reversals. I usually don't get reversals. Interesting. Yeah. Am I holding my deck wrong? Is that why? Let's see. Oh, I was. All right. But that would have been reversed then. All right. Hold on. That's weird. Yeah, this should be that way. This should be that way. So one of them was reversed, though. Interesting. All right. Justice. All right. So Justice is reversed. All right. That's weird. I usually don't get reversals because of the way I shuffle. But I was holding my deck upside down. But one of them did actually come out in reverse. So let me see if there's any others or if that's just the only one. No, there's others here in reverse. Okay, so I must have misshuffled, but that's the one. So interesting. All right, so coming towards you. Let's see here. Okay, they have a good outcome too. So we'll see how you guys match up here. Right now, where they are, they have they're at a crossroads. They have the Two of Wands and they have Justice upside down. So they feel like right now, like with Justice upside down, they feel like things aren't too fair right now. Things aren't too, something about balance, not too balanced. We'll try to figure out why that is, but they feel like they're at a crossroads, and like they just totally have to make up their mind and make a choice, whether to, and the reality of Two of Wands is, there's three choices because there's always the middle way. But, in their head, there's like a choice of what to do with the situation. I think there's going to be a lot of communication between you guys. There's a lot of birds in the images, so I think there's going to be a lot of back and forth communication with you guys. Now, their obstacles are pretty similar, actually. Truth, because they have the Page of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords, which is like the ultimate truth. They have the Page of Swords, but I don't think this is about truth in this particular instance. To me, this seems like, okay, with the Six of Wands and the Page of Swords, this Page of Swords is a lot different than the normal deck. The sword is down, and it's like this person has kind of said their truth and pointed their sword down. Like, they don't want to fight. They don't want to yield their sword. They don't want to do that. They're just, because they're resting it right now. And they're trying to contain themselves. That's what I see in this. He's very contained, and not like all over the place like in most decks. In this one, the Six of Wands is about victory. It's about self-confidence. It's about just having a win, and that's in their obstacles, So I almost feel like this person, by being because this is in their obstacle section, by being contained and not, sort of, being a little bit more brazen with things or something like that, is not getting a victory. They don't feel victorious with themselves or with you, or, they could even be lacking in confidence, possibly. That it's just, there's just these obstacles for them, but somehow they get through it too, because they have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles is very, very grounded. All right, it's super. It's like this person. They've gained a lot of knowledge, throughout the years. It's usually an older type of person, female, male, whatever, it doesn't matter. Who they've collected all of the knowledge that they need to further things on, and now it's about being a queen and kind of overseeing all that and putting it to use. Okay, and with the Empress card, this is a pretty good oh wow, and the King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck on their side, and you guys had that on yours. So let's see though what the ultimate outcome is, because this is an odd love reading because there's no cups. I don't see like love here. There's no like cups at all. This seems like a practical kind of thing going on here. So let's see what's going on with these two. What is going on? Okay, so the ultimate outcome, right, is not super hot. I've got the Five of Cups, okay? So the Five of Cups is like, is somebody's, because this is, I asked for the both of you, like what the outcome. So this isn't necessarily your outcome, and it's not necessarily their outcome, but it's kind of the overall energy is a sadness. It's the Five of Cups. So it's not one that can't be overcome or one that can't be beat, but it's just, there's like regrets, things like that. So I would say this is on both parties' side, all right, because I asked about both of you. So it's not just you, not just them. There's some sadness here, a little bit of strife and struggle, with this card, and sadness again with the communication. There's a lot of communications going on here. We do have the Emperor and Temperance at the bottom of the deck, so this seems like something that's going to need some patience. My guess is this is a reading for. I started thinking it was like maybe more of a single person's reading, but I think this is more of a couple's reading. And these are like, love isn't really like the thing that's on the table right now. It's more about like, taking action, getting some stuff to get, that's what this looks like to me, because, in this beginning here with you, with the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Coin, like maybe looking, for work, looking for things to provide, that kind of deal. This person seems to be at some sort of crossroads and, isn't really balanced with things with the relationship, thinking something is unjust or something like that. you know, you guys have some truths and things to communicate. This seems like a long-term kind of relationship reading. But the good thing is, you know, ultimately, you guys are on the same page. You know, I mean, the Empress and the Queen of Coin are two very strong cards, and they are two very independent energies. This one is very grounded, but this one is very hopeful and has the ability to expand things. Okay, in you know, a very abundant direction. Okay, so I mean, you know, it's there might be something going on between you guys. It's going to cause some sadness, some kind of regret, maybe, you know, some words exchanged with this Page of Swords and this Ace of Swords. That could be, you know, going on too. But you know, I think ultimately this definitely has the power to pull through with these, you know, two heavy duty cards here that are there. And we do have Temperance, like I said, at the bottom of the deck. It's about patience, you know, waiting for the stuff to kind of come together. So, you know, all in all, you know, an okay reading. It just looks like, you know, kind of a little bit going on, and that's normal. That's normal stuff. Let me see if I can pull a quick 3-card for single Aquariuses, because I felt like that was more of a couple win. 3 cards for single Aquariuses, please, for highest good in this first part of July. Ooh, that was nice. All right. So the Ace of Cups did fall out, so that's cool. Some of you will be meeting somebody, and probably fairly significantly. But let's see what the other reading is, please. Single Aquariuses in July. Tower card. Whoa. Uh-oh. Wow. All right. Right on. All right. If somebody wants to timestamp this, actually, for the single Aquariuses, because this will probably be of use. Like, I don't know, 1630, make it. I'd appreciate it. All right. Okay. So, wow. Awesome. So, single Aquariuses, you have the Tower card. All right. Sounds scary, right? No. This is awesome. All right. Because next you have, this is like shaking something up. So, for those of you who have been single for a long time, or just like waiting for like somebody you've been dating for a while to like actually like get off their you know, whatever, and kind of move this up a notch, whatever the case may be, you know, look at this. You're going into the 10 of Pentacles like that. All right. That's quick. So a couple things this could mean. All right. You have the Ace of Wands as your outcome also. So this is like something new, something fresh, a new beginning, all those good things. So this is, you know, my guess is you could meet somebody fairly substantial, you know, well off. That could be. You could meet someone that possibly already has like a large extended family, okay? But it's like, it's a wealth to you, you know, because it's maybe, you know, your own isn't, you know, that, you know, maybe they're gone, or maybe they're just, you know, it's just not like a great situation for you, whatever, you know. So it could be somebody like that, you know, has this large extended family, and it's like, wow, you know, it's just a whole lot, you know, up front, but it's a good thing, okay? It could be all kinds of things. The 10 of coin is really nice. It's really nice energy. It's kind of like the whole package. So some of you out there may be meeting like the real deal, you know, kind of like this could lead somewhere. Or, like I said, if you've been seeing somebody for a while, they might finally get, you know, motivated to actually take this further and, you know, step it up a notch, okay? With the Ace of Wands, it's awesome outcome, because it's new, it's passionate, it's, you know, this is like a bright, fresh beginning, you know, with whatever the situation is. You know, something came in and shook things up for you, and, you know, now it's like, this is a really good energy to be in, and then to move forward with the Ace of Wands is like, you know, grabbing hold of that and like, yeah, all right, you know, I'm in. And you have patience at the bottom, but it's also a soulmate card. All right, these are the like 2 of Cups. Okay, so you have, oh wow, yeah, you have really good cards underneath. I see the 10 of Cups here, not too far back either. This could be another air sign, even though I don't have that in the thing. Actually, it could be any of them. There's a lot of them, but for some reason I didn't see that. You know, fire sign, earth sign, whatever. But anyway, really good cards. Going from the Tower, going to the 10 of coin, going to the Ace of Wands. So yeah, nice Aquarius. Good singles read there. So yeah, I would say this would probably happen within 2 weeks. So okay, all right. And this reading is today is 6/29. So all right. Okay, career. If anybody feels like time stamping for career, that would be cool too. All right, so let's go to career for Aquarius. Wow, this video is going to be like mega long. Sorry, guys. All right, career. Career, work, finances, all those good things for Aquarius, please. What is coming towards Aquarius? Career, finances. Finances for Aquarius. Workplace. Highest information for the highest good for the Aquarius is watching this video. Good, clear information for Aquarius regarding work and finances and whatnot, all those things. Okay, one more shuffle, guys, and we're there. Okay. All right. Well, you may be celebrating something, so that's good. But there's a little bit of stuff going on here. All right. Because your outcome is the 3 of Cups, and then you have the 10 of Cups at the bottom, and you also have the 9 of Cups. So there's probably an offer coming in at some point. But right now, it looks like you're just having a hard time kind of getting what you want. You know, it's with the Magician and 3 of Swords. It kind of just tells me that like maybe something that you were trying to go after. You just kind of feel betrayed, like maybe you didn't get like a promotion that you were expecting, or maybe, you were really working hard on, trying to, whatever it was, within the workplace or with maybe even looking for a job or whatever it was, like you felt like you had all the right tools, because the Magician has all the right instruments that they need, but for some reason you just feel this betrayal, like that it's just, this sort of loss of some sort that's just not working out, Your obstacles, let's take a look at those, and that might give us a clue. Your obstacles are large organizations for some reason. I'm not sure, it could just be like a really, really strong boss, that's like completely, like not just a typical jerk boss. I'm talking about like a complete, super controlling boss. So if you don't have like a super controlling boss, okay, and everybody thinks they have a controlling boss, but I'm talking about like really like dictatorish, type dude, then this is, kind of like organizations. It's kind of like your obstacles are torn, because this is kind of a little bit of an artisan's card, somebody who has a skill, who a lot of times it's like an artistic skill. Sometimes it's just collaboration with others and teaming up with others, things like that. These are all in your obstacles. So it's like almost kind of like you're not a team player. That's kind of the way I would, and I'm not saying you're not. I'm joking in that sense, like they're saying that, that's kind of like the feeling I get. Like that's the obstacle, area is saying, kind of that you're not a team player, or that, there's just something about the collaboration that just is an obstacle for you right now. Maybe it's just that you don't get along with the leader of the project, or, I mean, it could be so many things. It's a lot of stuff. I don't see it as huge, because whatever it is, you're going to come out of it okay. Because with the 3 of Cups, you're going to be toasting and celebrating something, okay? And you have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and then the Knight of Cups. So, usually you would have this offer coming first, and then you would be celebrating and all that. But for some reason, you're celebrating right off the bat, and you do have the 10 of Cups, and then there's like yet another offer. So I'm not sure how you get from there in that order, but, I guess that will become apparent as we go along. All I can say is don't stress too much about, large organizations. Perhaps they're just not... I wouldn't say it don't apply to them if you're not looking for work, because I wouldn't say that either, because the smaller kind of thing doesn't work for you right now either. Let me just try to figure this out here. That is a little odd, because they're kind of two, your obstacles are kind of two opposing type. Like usually they kind of fit and they make sense. These two kind of don't. So let's see. What's the 3 of Coins? obstacles? Actually, what's the other one? What's the main obstacle here? Okay. All right. All right, so I think the obstacles are a couple things. I think that it is that you are used to being sort of on top of your game, you know, being the Queen of Wands. You know, the Queen of Wands is very not strategic, just very on top of things, you know, and kind of is used to being that way. I mean, she's a queen, you know, and that's what she does. She you know, she got there for a reason. And she's also, out of all the queens, the most artistic queen. So with this other artisan card, I just have a feeling that it's like your energy isn't working, you know, with these types of organizations, because, you know, it's just like what might have worked for you as this queen, you know, in this you know, the skills that you've honed to get here, that sort of thing, just might not be working with these large organizations. So it just seems like, you know, you do have the Empress at the bottom of the deck with this too. When I clarified, I just feel like you're more artistic than you are organizational, but then it's like you're torn between the two. It's like you want to work for this, like this big establishment, this big, you know, this is like big government, big, you know, big corporations, you know, that type of thing. But then, you know, you kind of want to be this like artistic person collaborating, you know, with other artists and things like that. And I think that's the reason it's in your, and that makes sense for an Aquarius, you know, because I could see that, you know, because you guys do have the skills to work in large organizations because you have, you know, such great, you know, you can retain information so well and you have great, you know, you're intelligent people, but you're also very artistic people and you have like your own theme to things, you know, so this is an obstacle for you right now. And, you know, you're not being able to manifest like that perfect thing, you know, I get it, you know, but, you know, something's going to happen that you'll find that balance. It's an obstacle now, but I do believe that, you know, something will happen where you will find the balance and you will grow, you know, from this, and something good is coming in. I know this is a weird reading and I really talked around a lot of stuff. I'm sorry. It really threw me. It's kind of odd, but then now that I'm thinking about Aquariuses, that makes sense, you know, because of the large organization and the artistic side of you too. And that those two things kind of, you know, becoming an obstacle for you right now. So if you're looking for a job, we had the Knight of Cups under there. We have celebration. I feel like you will be getting, and the Knight of Cups is a good offer too. It's not like a page, you know, it's a good offer. So I do feel that if you are looking for like, you know, this like balance or something that you wanted to manifest within, you know, the current workplace that you're working for, again, I believe you will be successful. So keep doing what you're doing despite the feeling of that this isn't working out or betrayal or anything like that. You do have the tools, but you just may have to like look at them a little differently, you know, in order to get to this place. So, all right, sorry, I know that was a little long. So, all right, Aquariuses, and let's see. Uh-oh, yeah, all right. Things are changing. All right. I was going to give you guys one more card. It wasn't a good card, but we had this earlier. We had this earlier in the outcome of the love reading. Okay. It was a 5 of Cups, just a different deck. But look, things are changing. All right. So whatever this energy is, like I talked about overall, things will change. They will turn and they will turn into something else, you know, much better. Wheel of Fortune is always good things down the road. Yeah. You have the wheel and then you have movement and then you have the Queen of Cups, you know, so you're moving towards, you know, more emotional stability. Okay. All right, so, okay, guys, I'll leave it there, and have a great month. All right, I'll see you next, I'll see you for the second part of July. All right, thank you. Maybe, there we go.